They circle around like vultures, waiting for the kill. 'Cause I've been punching above my weight ever since I met you. Everyone says she's too good for me, and it's so right, so right. It's a fact they say she's too good for me, and it's so right, so right. Everyone says she's too good for me, and it's so right, so right. It's a fact they say she's too good for me. She's too good for me. She's too good for me. It's so right, so right. She's too good for me. She's too good for me.
Andrew! Hey, boggers. Oh god, it's a bit loud for me. I hope you're doing well. So the way the clip thing works is, yeah, I'm listening for chat. So when someone does replay in chat, or if they've defined a different command, then I listen for that. And then I post to Twitch, or actually, yeah, so I post to my website. Oh no, I don't post. I get to my website with my Fire API token. I don't know, I mean, my site isn't really an API service. I don't know, I mean, it kind of is, but it doesn't feel official in any regard, so I don't know if I can really call it an API token, but it interacts with my database and stuff, so I guess I can call it a token. And then it gets their user details from the database, like their refresh token. Then from their refresh token it creates a access token, which I can use to basically tell Twitch that I want to make a clip of the stream under their account. And then that returns a clip created JSON with a clip ID. So the clip IDs you usually see in chat with like the weird generated random names. And then so the way Twitch works with clips is that they recommend that you listen for about 15 seconds, because obviously creating a clip takes some time. So they said you should listen for about 15 seconds and get clips, and then after 15 seconds, if the clip hasn't been created, then it's probably failed. So I do it every 5 seconds, I think. I do that 3 times, and if it hasn't worked by the 3rd attempt, well, I guess on the 4th attempt, then it is probably failed, and then it just returns an error in chat. Where is it? So I had a bit of a head start because I created a overlay like a few months ago for Toast, which was a replay overlay. So that was kind of like the the precursor to this, I guess. So thankfully I already had most of the like at least the video playing logic for the HTML, and then I just redid the API calls. So where is it? Yeah, so clip creation takes time. We recommend that you query get clips with the clip ID that is returned here. If get clips returns a valid clip, your clip's creation was successful. If after 15 seconds you haven't gotten a valid clip back, then assume it wasn't created and retry. I don't retry, I just return an error, and it's up to the user if they want to retry it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm glad it turned out okay, and I was worried that actually it was going to clip like the whole 60 seconds, because I know that's the max. Is that the max length? Yeah, it is, 60 seconds, but thankfully it only returns 30 seconds, so it doesn't take too much time up on screen. There's a few updates I need to add. Right now it only plays muted because I didn't want it to like disturb the stream, I guess, but adding the option to have it unmuted would always be good. And I need a way to let people test clips or making clips without being live, because I've been looking at the logs and I mean, people haven't been going too crazy, like they haven't really been abusing it on purpose. I think maybe by accident. I wouldn't really call it abuse yet. I don't know. We'll have to see. I need to let people test it without having to go live, because otherwise it's just gonna create a ton of clips. I don't know. We'll see. Dealing with all kinds of abuse this week. I guess it comes with being a big time dev, you know, Kappa. We're past that now. We're all good. I've accepted these things happen. And like for every negative, I wouldn't really say negative because, you know, it was not like to my face, so it's fine. I mean, kind of, but there's been a ton of positive responses as well, and I don't know why. Well, I mean, because everything gets logged, like if I see somebody that's clearly struggling with doing the API or using it, I do sometimes lurk in their channel just to see if I can lend a hand. And most of the time they figure it out, so it's fine. Notch deals with similar hate. You billionaires gotta roll with it. You'll be getting your fair share of that soon, no doubt. I'm just, I don't know, I do have my next idea for another widget, which I want to start working on, but at the same time I think I might take a small break. Plus I'm still waiting on my Stream Elements hoodie. I mean, they asked me for my details, which I sent in, so that was about a month ago, I think. I'm gonna hold the next widget hostage until I receive it, because otherwise, I don't know, I'm exploiting myself. I stop being lazy. I say this at least twice a week, but I need to work on more personal projects. Well, I mean, you have a busy schedule, so it's understandable. I'm on my placement thing at the moment, so there's a bit of downtime between when I'm doing other work, and I don't have to go into lectures all the time. I don't have any lectures actually, so I only have meetings, which are like twice a week. So I do have a bit more flexibility than you. I'm sure you'll have time during your break though, to like get fully stuck in. Once I start my placement, I'll ramp up big time. Nice. Better see more streams as well. Right, I gotta get this set up on the other computer. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned, but my laptop is basically oofed now, so I mean today it's overheated and shut off in the middle of when I was writing. Actually, thankfully I saved literally right before it shut down. But it's been blue screening and overheating the whole last week, so I am definitely gonna get a new laptop. I mean, it's been almost like 6 or 7 years now, which I think is the general time that you should look to start replacing a laptop. So I'm gonna do that, and maybe it might mean that I don't have to come to. I mean, this is still a nice place to stream from because the monitors are so big. I don't know. Sign in. Fireball. I think I might save the ViewPress stuff for another time. Oh yeah, I added new documentation, and I added a new endpoint to the API today for someone. It's a date difference calculator. I might just put that in my Discord because it's not that big of a deal. It's pretty handy though. Where is it? Yay! I'm looking forward to slowly expanding this, making this bigger. Also, I'm glad this worked. Like, this scrolling effect, this looks kind of broken actually. Why is that doing that? That's so weird. This is scroll linked. Like, this is kind of hacky. I mean, on a slow computer, it probably lags, but this is moving relative to the scroll. It's Monka S, but it works. Do you have docs better than Stream Elements? Well, mine's more end user facing rather than developer facing, I guess. So, I don't know. I'll be here literally all night, but if I go set any point, it's because I'm working on an assignment. No worries. I'm probably not going to be on too long. I don't know. I'm definitely going to get this Twitch stuff added to the shout out overlay. And then I might do the replay stuff off stream later. I'm not sure yet. I had a nap until like half midnight, so I'm not feeling too tired, but rip. Where'd you get all that paste library stuff? Because I know for a fact you know literally nothing about Dead by Daylight or D&D. I actually wrote D&D, okay? I wrote... actually this was repurposed from NG. I made something for NG, and and one of NG's viewers, you know how in NG streams he used to have a command for subs? One of the subs was Toby, which I don't know, I'm not sure if you maybe remember him. He was around this time last year, but he's Australian, and he played D&D, so I made a D&D command, which was pretty basic at the time, and it was very Australian based. So I mostly repurposed the lines from that for this. And then the Dead by Daylight one is by Asahi, who you've seen in chat. And then I was pretty proud of the Apex Legends one because I started writing this around the same time that it started picking up, like, on Twitch and everything. So I was pretty excited to announce this. But then Stream Elements literally a few days ago, or like last week, came out with their own extension, which like pretty much renders this obsolete. So oof to that. I've lost my life to Apex, so if you need someone to reference, I'm your guy. Well, you'll have to let me know if like the locations or they add new weapons or whatever, so I can keep this updated. I know the Mozambique is a meme. This is actually, I pulled this from like an IGN wiki or something. These are in like the list from top to bottom of best to worst apparently, I think. Well, at least that's the order I wrote them down. So I'm guessing Mozambique is the worst shotgun, and this is the best. Mastiff is the best shotgun? I don't know. So they're best to worst, I'm assuming, because that's the order I wrote them down in. It's so bad, I'd rather just turn off my game than use it. Oh, that reminds me, it's a legendary gun, you can only get it drops. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes more sense. So, yeah, that's what I wrote it down in. That, King Clips TV thing that I, quote-unquote promoed on my, or advertised on my, Twitter, I'm actually working on something pretty interesting there. I might do it on stream as well. I think I was doing it on stream last time, but I had to stop pretty early. Basically, so you probably seen Kazla around in chat. Well, it's Kazla's side project, and he and two other guys are basically running that, and they've enlisted me to work on a vote system. So they're using YouTube, so I'm currently writing I'm gonna put together a small dashboard that will allow people to write in chat when they want to make a vote, and then I'll use the YouTube API to return all the comments from the YouTube video, and then use regex to match comments that have a vote, and then depending on which clip gets the most votes, that will be the clip that wins. So right now I think I have all of the YouTube API stuff done. I just need to be able to let them pick a video and define which names or votes that they're looking for, and then I need to build the actual dashboard thing for it. It was pretty Monka-esque, but I mean like YouTube lets you have something like 1 million requests a day or something, and I didn't think I was going to use up like that many requests, but by the time I was finished testing I was already up to like, I don't know, 4,000 requests, because every request is 2 units in their quota apparently, which is, it can add up. But I don't anticipate them having like billions of comments, so we should be okay. Asahi! Hello. Hope you're having a great night. The TwitchCon Europe badges have come out. Actually, I saw them a while ago because I was looking at the chat badges from the API. So I kind of knew what they already looked like, but it's nice to see them in chat now. I guess because it's like less than a month to go. 4,000, that's really close to 1 million. Well, I just wasn't used to seeing the numbers creep up so much quickly. But yeah, I think it resets every day, I'm not too sure. I'm definitely not going to use up the entire quota though. What's today's project? His hardest project. No, hopefully this is going to be pretty easy. We're going to add the Twitch stuff to this, I think. Asahi is actually now dipping his toes into JavaScript. We're working on a small chatbot thing. Isn't that right, Asahi? You and Andrew can consult each other. I need to actually look into using Node with databases because it would be pretty helpful. Local databases, that'd be pretty interesting actually. I have seen a few projects do that, so it'd be interesting. Right now I'm pretty only much used to using PHP with databases, but I do need to look at Node. I have an obligation to be here since you waited for me. Well, hopefully this won't take too long, so you don't need to be like super distracted or anything. I'm trying about Ultimate Fame. I think maybe starting simpler might help. Like the code that you showed me, that was like, I think that's kind of beyond what I'm capable of right now anyway. I mean, I deconstructed it, and if I go like step by step, I can probably work out what it's doing, but that is some crazy stuff that you started with. So, I don't know. I would definitely recommend Quokka though, it's pretty useful. I think you installed that last time. What am I doing? Alright. By the way, I needed the name of that extension bad the other day. I knew you were sleeping. Oh, Quokka? You can message me anytime. I mean, you already know that my sleep schedule is messed up, so if it looks like I'm supposed to be sleeping, I'm probably not. Where is actually that? Let me see. Website. Overlays, Kazla, YouTube. So actually I can show you what I've done so far. These are, so this is just the test comment data. I've added comments, so hopefully it's a bit more understandable. It basically just goes through all of this, and then, let me see. Start on current file. User Community Edition. I do, yes. As a rule, at least I saw in one of the videos, it was like you shouldn't have to pay for the Pro Edition, because if you're using it where you need Pro, then you're probably in like a work environment, so your company should be paying for it. Which kind of makes sense to me, because it's a tool, you know, like companies. I haven't really seen any things that I specifically need from it. I'm not actually sure what the Pro Edition offers. I'll be back. I just got home, just finished at the gym, so I'll message by anytime they arrive. Oh yeah, that's true. I saw he does that. Kappa. I'm not going to go through all of this at the moment. I'll go through it in another stream, maybe if we're working on the YouTube stuff. But basically it ends up with something like this. So aggregated votes is basically the username and the total votes that they have. And this accounts for people double voting, or trying to make votes in multiple comments, or, I mean, you know, just spamming the same comment multiple times. And then, like, so these are the test comments basically, and this is the actual structure that you get back from the YouTube API. So I figured I didn't want to spam the API every time I wanted some data, so I just copied one of the responses, and this is like 100 comments from a YouTube video, and then I just replaced some of the names. Oh no, I think this is the actual data. Yeah, this is the actual data from their first video. Do I use Quokka to create a new file for it to work, or should it work with my existing files? So it works for your JS files. You can basically open a JS file, do Control-Shift-P, and then do start on current file. Or apparently it's Control K and then Q. And if you want to start a new file, you do Control K and then J, and it opens a new file. So that's pretty useful if you just want to do a quick scratchpad test. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with HTML. It only works with JavaScript files. So what I tend to do is, if I just need to test a piece of logic, I just open a new file and test it, and then go back. So that's always useful. And so I usually save my scratch pads as well, so I can reference it back later, what I've done. So you don't always just use Quokka? I guess I haven't, no. I mean, I guess I only use it when there's something specific I want to test. I mean, I guess you could, now that I think about it. But I don't really work on any raw JavaScript files. Like, a lot of the stuff... I mean, that kind of goes back to me having... or me, like, needing to segment my files. So if I'm working on an HTML file, then I should be making a separate JavaScript file and then putting that in a scripts tag, but I'm not. So yeah, that's pretty monk-ass. Then again, I'm not sure how that would even work, because if it's a JavaScript file and I have like Twitch.js as in a script tag, then it's not gonna find that. So I guess it would be useful if I was working in Node or just making a Node app, but I don't know. I don't think it's particularly useful for browser unless you're just testing some pieces of logic. So stuff like this, for example, I'll just write in a separate file. Or at least this file is all basically one big test, so I'm not going to be using this actual file, but I do have all of the logic sorted out now through Quokka. As you can see, I'm console logging every line. So I should be able to just copy and paste this, or I can just use this file and turn it into a, I don't know, a module or something. That would be pretty useful actually. So I could create like an input at the top with like the names, an input for like the data sets, and then just output the results. Then I can reuse it. That would probably be a better way to go. My favorite course creator is coming out with a huge Node course in coming months. I'm hyped. Oh yeah, I think I saw. Yeah, I think I saw you like something like that on Twitter. That seems pretty hype. I might have to look into that as well. Oh, I'm about to... hold on. Okay, we're good. It's amazing. His advanced CSS course saved my ass when I was learning the grid and Flexbox. Ah, Flexbox. Flexbox. Flexbox is... it's actually pretty amazing. I'm gonna lie. I've been using it a lot more recently. My thing for this is Flexbox. So this is a super basic page. I didn't do too much with that. But I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Like originally this was like one box, one div up here, and then one div here. But then obviously this was, it was going like white, white, green, green, and now it's doing what I wanted it to do, because this is one div and this is one div. So they just go underneath each other, which is useful. It is definitely an amazing tool. So I'm glad that I'm using it a lot more. I'm also happy with these buttons. I don't know if anyone notices them, but I'm happy with how that turned out as well. And also my regenerate thing looks pretty awesome. Look how cool it looks. It's like official looking regenerate token. Whenever I use Grid and Flexbox, I feel terrible for all devs that had to float shit around. Yeah, I know, right? I don't think I've used float at all since I started using Flexboxes. Like, floats used to break stuff. Oh, I used to use Flex for my super old chat box in Streamlabs. That was Monk S. Alright, let's get our Twitch share stuff going. Bootstrap 4 uses Flexbox, which is nice. Oh, that reminds me. I'm thinking of using Material Bootstrap for the dashboard. I don't know. I need to find something. I guess it doesn't have to look great. It just needs to be functional. But looking nice is always a bonus, so we'll do that. Turbo, what's up? I try not to be dependent on Bootstrap, but its grid system is too damn handy. Yeah, it is definitely a lot easier than, I mean, yeah, I can see that. I do kind of wish that I maybe used a bit more Bootstrap for my site though, because right now I have multiple CSS files, but a lot of them have duplicate stuff that I'm just copying across different pages. I should be making my own kind of style framework, if I'm honest, but I I haven't bothered. So maybe I'll have to refactor that sometime. It would definitely be useful to just require one file, because right now I have multiple asset folders for like different folders in the site. So I need to condense that all down and make some kind of standard style for my site. Float was great back in the early 2000s, but not great in comparison to stuff available today. That's true, yeah. I mean, thankfully I only started getting into this stuff like when Flexbox was just coming out, and well, it was probably been out for a while actually, so I'm grateful for that. That I skipped the era of Monk S hacks, CSS hacks. Clearfix. I do actually remember using Clearfix like once or twice, so maybe I am pretty old. I don't know. Let me just copy paste the stream elements thing wherever it is. There's a free material. Oh, Markdown, sorry. Bootstrap. This one is poggers to allocate storage. Yeah, I do that sometimes. Just post the message before I've actually written out what I want to say. Oh, okay, right. Markdown is pretty awesome. I don't know if you've been watching Scribbly recently, or Scribs404 I should say. He's using a new thing, a flat file CMS, which looked pretty interesting, I'm not gonna lie. I do want to take a bit of a closer look at it. It looks pretty cool. So basically it's somewhat similar to ViewPress, but it's more CMS based, I think, rather than just a static site generator. There's a bit more going on with it, but it essentially does let you do Markdown to HTML, which is pretty cool, and it has a pretty nice what do you call it? Style. It has a nice style. A flat file CMS. I think it means a CMS that's like static in a way. I'm not too sure actually. File having no internal hierarchy. A flat file CMS is a platform that does not require a database but rather saves its data to a set of text files. Oh, interesting. Grav is an easy to use yet powerful open source CMS that requires no database. Well, there you go. I'm not sure if I would like that, because I know that MySQL does some pretty cool things. Well, obviously databases in general, like you can make certain queries that would just make your life a lot easier. So I'm not sure how that exactly works, but it does seem interesting. There has to be some kind of thing to it that lets it be as useful as a database, though otherwise it wouldn't have taken off, I guess. Where is so instant replay. I need this script, and then I need to go back to shout out. Now that would require read-write access to a file system, though. From a security perspective, most hosting providers would prohibit that. Yeah, I can see how that would be pretty monk-ass. I think he's hosting it on his own site, which makes sense, obviously. I know that Scribbly wanted to use WordPress, and then he switched to... oh, what was it called? It was a CMS that had... it was a Laravel thing. I don't remember what it was called though. And then he switched to Grav. And he's going to be using Bulma, which is something else that I want to look into, because Bulma also looks pretty cool. Ooh. Well, it's possible to add as many columns as you want. It's recommended to stick with 12 columns. What if I want more than 12? What if I want 1,000,000? However, there have been many advancements in container and virtualization technology. That's all above my head at the moment. But it does seem pretty interesting, and I'm glad that things are being made available to give devs more options. It's always useful. I am but a lowly script kiddie for the moment. I need to download all of these scripts at some point. I'm a pretty big potato when it comes to backend stuff at the moment. I think backend stuff is quickly becoming one of my favorite parts. Like, I do like front end stuff, but there is something very satisfying about creating a backend that... I mean, obviously, most people don't get to see it unless, you know... That's... it's kind of why my site doesn't really have anything on the front end at the moment, actually. I don't know, like... The Firewire.com has got nothing there, front-facing, and it's been like this for the last 3 months, but there's a lot of stuff that's happening behind the scenes, so, I don't know. Or maybe I'm just too scared to start working on it because that's gonna be like my I don't know, portfolio, I guess, or like that's gonna be the big landing page thing. .com. Alright, I did look at dev. The fire.dev has already been taken. Like, I checked this like a week or two ago, so I don't think I could have helped that. I should maybe take, oh, maybe Mike.dev has already been taken. It's probably already been taken. Maybe Mike Hey.dev probably hasn't been taken, but I don't know. You are a true dev. Unless I have the firewire.dev. Why can't they just give us dev for free? Like, okay, that didn't make sense, but you know, I just want stuff to be free. Mikey.dev, that's probably already taken as well. But we can check. Get.dev. I know the firewire.dev hasn't been taken because the Firewire is a bit of a niche name, which I'm thankful about. Of course that's already taken. That's already taken. God, people were pretty quick to the mark, huh? See, that's not taken. So I could have that in the future. I don't know if that's going to be taken. This could be my actual portfolio site for when I'm applying to stuff, I guess, which would be pretty cool. I think I would make that a separate site in itself. I'm 50-50 on front versus back-end coding. There are options that greatly reduce the need for writing custom back-end logic. Ah. Do tell me more. That does seem pretty interesting. Oh, do you mean just like frameworks and stuff? I need to look into using frameworks. Right now, I don't think I have any proper frameworks installed. I probably should. Like, I've been writing my own cache system, which is pretty Monk.s. My own rate limiting system, because unfortunately I couldn't really do anything. Well, I'm on a shared Linux hosting plan at the moment for my website, so I'm a bit limited to what I can and can't do. Thankfully, my cache system seems to be working okay. I'm just using cron jobs to clear cache every like minute or something, and then I'm like writing to files and things like that. It seems to be working okay. Only $2,000 a year. Wow. That's Monk.s for me, considering I make way less than that right now. I think. I don't know actually. My knowledge is limited to Firebase at the moment. Oh, I've heard good things about Firebase at the moment. Maybe I should make my own framework and replace the I with a Y. Firebase. Kappa. I know people use AWS. I'm more familiar with AWS, but only really because we did it in, or we used it in one of our assignments for big data. But even then, we only really used like typical S3, Spark and stuff, which was pretty fun. I was supposed to have my free student account for a whole year, and then they cancelled it like after a few months. It was after my module had finished, but I was under the impression that I would still keep the rest of my credit. So that was annoying. Incoming TOS? Oh. Because Firebase? What? I'm just spitballing here. I don't know if that's a euphemism for something, or some sort of slang that I'm not familiar with. Right. Oh yeah, by the way, I moved to GitHub. Well, I didn't move to GitHub, I'm mirroring my repositories on GitHub, so that, well, I did think that moving my stuff to GitHub was going to reset my activity graph, but actually it rebuilt all of my activity. I'm really happy about that. I don't think it goes the other way around though, so I haven't moved completely. I've only yeah, I've mirrored it, so every time I push to GitLab, it pushes to GitHub as well. So I have two repositories, and that was pretty cool. So I saw some issues of people trying to move from GitHub to GitLab because there was some Monka-esque stuff with Microsoft acquisition or something. I don't know the details behind the story, but it was basically causing a lot of devs to move away from GitHub. I was the other way around though. I started on GitLab because I wanted the private repos. And I know that GitHub is more of a social thing, like obviously people use it as portfolios for when they go in for interviews and stuff, so I did want to start building my activity graph on there as well. But I think I've got it set up where I can have the best of both worlds now, so I'm kind of happy about that it managed to keep my activity. Yeah, Hub seems to be the trendy name, that's why I use it. Yeah, it's definitely why I wanted to use it at first, and I did, like, I don't remember when I started making this, like 2014 or something? I didn't really use it back then though. Following Scribbly. Oh, I have followers! I'll follow you back. I don't know, I'm guessing this is Turbo? Swarm developer. Hair programmer. This is Scribbly, by the way. I don't think he minds if I expose him on stream. Oh, damn it. I probably need to enable 2FA as well. Andrew, what's your actually I think I've seen your GitHub before. I don't know if you want me to follow you though. I don't know if that's your... Oh, okay. You have a new one, or a different one, because I did your actual name. Oh, your Twitch name, sorry. Nice. You're a pro user. What a smile. Well, you have your first follower. Hey, look, we're networking, guys. Kappa. Turbidilatio. I don't know if I'm saying... Well, I'm definitely not. Dilatatio. Dilatatio. Latin for swarm development. Ah. Interesting. I don't actually know what swarm is. Oh. It's an agile thing. I think I touched on this actually in my systems development class. That's pretty cool. You're like bees. That reminds me, I need to finish writing my bee movie script. I photoshopped that picture, how lame. What did you Photoshop? Did you? It looked pretty regular to me. Disto, what's up? Good to see you. I used to freelance photo editing. Ah. I saw that said 2000 for a second and I was like, whoa. Nice, you've made more than $200. That's great. That's neat. I think you probably made more doing this than I have for overlays I've made. Actually, that might be a lie. I don't know. I haven't been counting. I used that picture to practice. Oh, you have to do tests? That's interesting. See, I would love to do something like this if I had the opportunity. I mean, not the opportunity, like, if my laptop was not such a potato. I mean, I guess I could do it on these computers. I'm definitely gonna consider something like this though when I get the desktop, which I keep saying, but 100% job success. Oh, the tests, right. That makes sense. Your US English Basic Skills test was 3.9. I suppose it's pretty good. It's almost a 4. After Effects. Oh, because it's video production, right. Neat. Upwork. So we have this shout out thing now, which is pulling pulling colors from the picture and then using it to restyle the rest of it, which is pretty cool. We need to add the Twitch stuff in now, though, so we'll get that going. So want to hear my grand plan with that? Go ahead. What is your grand plan? You're going to drop out of comp sci and you're going to become video editor for Ninja. Is that right? Let's probably shout out stuff. Oh. People never hire freelancers with no reviews. So I started that account as a photo editor. And I'm just going to entirely rebrand it as a programming account later. Wow. That's actually pretty smart. Not gonna lie. I mean, you could just rebrand. Oh no, you can't really do that. I was gonna say you could rebrand your entire YouTube to be like a programming based stream or something, but that would require deleting all of your videos, or at least unlisting all of them. I knew I could get 5-star reviews for photo retouching because I have a past in it. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, I definitely started out with stuff like that in the past. I used to actually, I probably am not allowed to say this, but people, or like some family members would come to me with like passport photos, like that they're just taken with a flash or something against a blank wall, and then they would get me to remove the background or make it look more like a passport photo instead of just going to a photo booth, because those things were pretty expensive at the time. And it took like, I don't know, an hour maybe. Obviously I didn't get paid for it because, you know, family. It's the same for Christmas. You're that guy of the family. Yeah. I mean, isn't every tech person in the family, like, they're always the go-to for fixing computer issues? There we go. Huffy already, Asahi, thank you for the resub. Welcome back. And congratulations on the new badge. I didn't notice you actually had the new badge. You and Andrew both have the new 6-month badge. Welcome back. Also 3rd tier 1 slot unlocked. Nice. Congratulations. What are you gonna have as your 3rd emote? Actually, I noticed that your oh yeah, that's right, you have Gur, which is like the frustrated thing. We should take our hard-earned money elsewhere. Let's go to someone who needs it, like Shroud. I mean, I did. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but I actually got my first payout a few days ago. Yeah, like 2 days ago. So thank you for that. That's insane. So yes, you can. I mean, on a more serious note, you can feel free to unsub, because I've reached my goal of a payout. I mean, it would have been yikes to just like stop at like just before the payout, because obviously that then sits there in limbo. So now that I've restarted, I'm less worried about that, because obviously it's gonna take a while to build back up. So I don't mind too much. It's the same for my YouTube. I think my YouTube ad revenue right now is sitting at like $5 away from the payout, which is really annoying, because if they just left their revenue thing going for like, I don't know, well, now that I think about it, it probably would have taken another like 3 or 4 years or something, so that was probably not gonna happen. But maybe I should just cash it out. But I'm so close. I'm like 100 subs away from 1,000, so I might be able to get my ad revenue back. And if I cash out, then I think my ad revenue details like get locked or something. I don't know. YouTube's pretty weird at the moment. So I shouldn't gift you bomb you that like just a minute. No, you shouldn't. Because you definitely need to save your money for stuffs. And yeah, I'm happy with the progress I've made. So, alright, I've got to get some work done, and Andrew needs to work on his assignment. So we're gonna have to do that. Yeah, I was gonna say, I haven't written a word on this assignment. We have to get some work done. It's almost, well, it is 3 AM, so rip. Let's start adding this. I'm rather business savvy, I'll have you know. I don't doubt it. I mean, you are a god at Excel, so I'm sure all of your finances are 100% in check. Do I want to do this? Was Asahi playing Dead by... Oh no, he wasn't, because I've said it here. Right. Makes sense. So I'm gonna just comment this out, so that none of that's gonna run, and we'll just focus on Twitch chat right now. Jake, hello. Welcome to the stream. I'm guessing you're a programmer from your name. I'm just a fraud, but you know. What are you making? I'm making a shout out widget thing. Oh, what was that? Oh, right, okay, never mind. So basically, it's just going to be a small browser source inside of my screen, on the side of my screen, and it's going to pull their username slash their profile picture and the last game they were playing, and then make a little graphic thingy. Oh, the Splatfest just started. That's Knights versus Wizards. I haven't actually picked a side yet. Damn, I'm probably not going to get much done in Splatfest this weekend. But hopefully I'll get to play a few rounds. I'm curious to see what the thingy is. The shifty station is. Oh, the hardcode. Actually, I want to see what it will look like with Andrew's colors. And science and technology. Oh, right, because I didn't. It's not pulling. I need to pull the profile picture myself. God damn it. Where is... Okay. Andrew... Look at that scrub. I'm rolling both. Seb's Knight and I'm Wizard. Oh, nice. Have you got the amiibo things for because I know there's a special gimmick this Splatfest where you get like your shirt changes to the thing, which looks amazing, by the way. But sadly, I don't have any amiibo. I was thinking of getting some NFC cards, so but I don't know if it would be worth it. Oh, of course. So, science and technology doesn't rank very highly. Which is unfortunate. Okay. The sets are so cool. They are. Oh god, that's a pretty interesting clash of colours. I mean, I kind of like it because it's always going to be different, but sometimes the colours do clash. I'm not sure if there's any way around that, aside from building some kind of AI that only looks at the colours. Science and technology doesn't rank very highly yet. That's true. Gotta work on that. We gotta get some big names in here, you know. Maybe we should I don't know. Let's get Ninja to start coding. He can be like a code ninja. Can you imagine if he just streamed science and technology one day? Like, well, I guess it wouldn't make too much a difference because people would only be watching him for him and not like stare around in the sub. There are lots of cool things going on in science and technology though, so do encourage people to check out the category. After all, it's probably how you found me. Well, I know actually most of the people who come into the stream are from other communities that I've been around, but we occasionally do get people who just come in here from the category, which is cool. And I've met a few pretty awesome people that way. Why is this not working? Oh, because I copy pasted this. And I'm an idiot. So let's move this. Splatfest isn't for another hour. Rip. I think it starts 2 AM. Oh, not 2 AM, 2 PM on this side of the pond. So unfortunately I'm not going to be able to play it until tomorrow. Right, let's not get... Oh no, I'm not going to get banned because I don't have an identity. That's good. I started making a very small bot for Kazla. It wasn't really a bot, it was more just like a thing for when he was playing Shell Shockers. And I accidentally forgot to put this line in, if not self. And it got me globaled from Twitch because I was sending like, I don't know, a couple thousand messages a second or something ridiculous like that. So none of the messages started appearing in chat, so I was like, what is going on? And then it turns out that I had been globaled. Not my account, the bot account that I was using. That was really annoying because I was gonna surprise him with that, like during the stream. But the ban was like a few, I don't know, 24 hours or something. That didn't happen. And now, yeah, it's not there. So Asahi probably would recognize something like this. This is what the Twitch TMI looks like. I prefer to use user instead of user state just because user looks more intuitive to me. But I know the documentation uses user state, so because Scribbly was the same way. I don't need to worry about self actually, just because I'm not speaking with the bot, so I don't need to worry about saying anything, which is fine. Notice self, would you come back to this? Watch this a while mark. Glend 2, hello. Welcome back. It is good to see you again. Alright, we've got to now digress and just talk about some random other stuff so that Andrew doesn't get the content that he was here for. Hello future Andrew. Let me just take an hour break here and we'll be back shortly. Just kidding. Alright, so I need to send you that picture, by the way, because it's amazing. Did I tell you about the very interesting characters that have the character codes 10 to 40 10303? I don't believe you have, but it sounds interesting, so do tell me more. Alkabeast, hello. I think you followed when I was offline, so thank you for the offline follow. I recognize your name from somewhere, but I can't remember where, so explain away. I don't know what you're going to explain, but do you mind if I type more than 5 message per other message? Do you mean like a bot? Are you wanting to run a bot in here? Those characters are a visual representation of the base 2 number, the character code. Oh! Interesting. So that's I'm trying to wrap my head around that. Not everyone is a sneaky dev like you. Sneaky. I just happen to be a ninja of sorts, okay? My main streamer is limiting how often I type, so I can't type more than 5 messages per other user. So I'm like, I'd only be able to type through. Oh, because you write a lot? I don't think chat minds. We have a fairly quiet chat, so feel free to explain away. Oh, you mean like text wars? Okay, that's fine. Nerd alert. I tend to catch all messages anyway. It usually means that I don't get too much work done actually, which is Monka S, but hopefully I can try and multitask, so go ahead. Can I post a Small.js snippet? Yes. But only if it's a Trojan, yes. Like the virus and not the brand. End up spamming quite a bit. I think you're all good, probably. We don't have too much going on. Oh, Nega Oryx. Wait. Oh, I haven't met you from that community. I'm rarely in her community anymore, but I did make a graphic for her a while ago. Like, I had this weird thing of where I went around on Twitch, on like top Twitch streams, and I made random graphics, and I got them to check it out. And usually a lot of the time people would think that I was just posting a link to some kind of virus or something. But occasionally we did get a few streamers who were like, whoa, that's pretty cool. And then she ended up using it for a while, without asking me, by the way. So I could have sued her or something, but I didn't, because, you know, I'm a nice person. Would this work? Ah. That's a bit, I don't have a beautifier installed, so I can't actually... Oh wait, it will be down here. Oh, interesting. Notifications don't pop up. Honestly, I've been looking forward to seeing a stream of yours. Ah, thank you. I've got to go, I'll see you around. Oh, sounds good. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, you did follow when I was offline. So I thank you for that. Cuck is the word you're looking for. Right, take care, Alchemist. I'll catch you around. Oh, that's right! You're from Kazla's community. You were, I saw you in Kazla's chat. That makes more sense. Okay, yeah. Kazla is a super nice guy. I'm grateful and honoured that he decided to feature me first, so... And thank you for the follow, Glenn. I'm pretty sure you were already following, so this must be some kind of dupe account or something? I don't know. Or you just unfollowed. And this is pretty cool. Wait, is this... Oh, it is! It's, Braille. Wait, it's not Braille. What is it? Well, it looks like Braille. Oh, it's not. It's just some kind of visual representation. Andrew, why are you triggered? Oh, it is Braille. Oh, that's so cool. I can't see the full thing though, so that's kind of upsetting. That is super neat. Where did you stumble across this? Was it just some kind of anecdote? I can. I mean like the actual character it is. I think it's being cut off here though. Well, I guess I could print it in browser. But that is neat. Thanks for sharing that. That's pretty cool. Ah, yeah. I saw that. I wasn't sure if it was had something something else. That is very neat. Long story short, I had this feedback form that I need to do for a project, and someone thought 1 was high and 5 was low, so they gave me shit scores on all the categories they meant to give 5s in. Oh, rip. That feels bad. Or they just hated you. That's, you know, that's possible as well, right? But I mean, you know, that's also believable. That's more likely, to be honest. I had one of those feedback forms for my C# assignment, and we actually I mean, we didn't like, it wasn't really like a conspiracy theory or anything. We just wanted to make sure it's fair, that everyone was like given a weight, because we all felt like we put in the same amount of effort, so I don't know. We cooperated on that. But we had to make it look convincing. I ran into that old YouTube video about an obfuscated C contest entry overview. Oh, right. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's crazy to think how many character codes are out there. Characters. Characters. Okay, so we're splitting the message by CMD. And then we can access the thing later. I have a list of all of them. It's like 8 megabytes worth. That is a... I mean, when you think about it, 8 megabyte files. I'm assuming text file, or at least, wait, of obfuscated code like that? That's insane. That's a lot. Would you just mean like an output? I almost typed and. Wow. I'm not sleep drunk, guys. Damn, that's a lot. Cost per gigabyte. Yikes, dude. Big yikes. And this only goes up to 2009 as well, so you can just imagine how far we've come in the next decade. Just check 3.85. Oh. Apple. It's a big yikes, dude. Although, I'm guessing the costs, are the costs adjusted for today? I'm assuming they are. Let's try this. Oh, because I wrote chat app. And also I need to shut this window because I'm starting to get a bit cold. Rip. I need to write shout out instead of SO because I think that's already a command and I don't want to start messing around with my commands right now. Okay, let me go shut this window. Hold on. Okay. Some really interesting one like these. Oh, the skin tones. Yeah. I definitely had. There was a. When I was working on my Twitter bot, that was kind of interesting. To see just like. So when you combine certain things together, like a hand and a skin tone, it would make the skin tone, or it changed the emoji to be that skin color, which I found pretty cool. And then in other phones where skin tones weren't supported, it would just break, obviously. But it would separate them out into two emojis, and then one of them would be broken, obviously. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use Kraken to get the profile picture at the same time because it doesn't make sense to use two APIs. I think I'm remembering this correctly. For client ID, I'm gonna use. So I've been a bit. Actually, I'm not gonna say. Well, we'll just skip over that. No, is that not it? What do you want? User? Username. Oh, I'll have to look it up. My hands are freezing. I can barely type right now. Channel as reference. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's on the token. Token? Token. Hello? Oh, maybe it's just users. Hero! Thank you for the host. Very much appreciated. Oh, it's using a router? That's weird. I'm pretty sure there used to be a... Oh, and this is like this, I'm assuming. Has it changed? It never used to be like that. And thank you, by the way. I'm pretty sure that's changed. That's weird. I ended up writing a program that allowed me to use Braille characters to make larger shapes. Ah. How do you mean larger shapes? Like, Oh, do I have Firefox in this? Maybe I can show Andrew the thing. Would memes be a good spot to post an image? Oh, you can post it in chat if you want. I don't have a bot thing. I don't have Discord up here at the moment. I do have on my phone, but no, this one doesn't do it. The newer versions of Firefox have JSON parsing. That's upsetting. Oh well. Yeah, and Mosaic sounds cool. Stop using Chrome then. This, the Firefox on these computers are outdated, so I can't. Oh well. Chrome for browsing only. Oh, for development, yeah. I've switched, just 100% now. I switched to Brave for a while, because Scribbly was using it. Oh, that reminds me, I need to look at using a timestamp like this. Brave was cool, but then it was still Chrome debugging, and I still preferred Firefox, so. But I'm gonna use Brave for when I want to test stuff in Chrome. It's slightly lighter, so. Async. So we'll just write a small async function to get user. or we'll say get channel because that's what this endpoint is called. And we'll return a new promise, which could potentially be rejected if something fails. And I think I do have jQuery. Oh, because I'm using it for this, right? So I guess I can just use that. Granda, what's up? It's good to see you. I hope life is well. By the way, this client ID is not mine. It's Stream Elements, but I don't feel bad about using it because client IDs are public anyway, and there's no. I don't think. Well, actually, admitting that now is probably going to get me banned, but you know. Oh well. I just figured they might have higher rate limits. I'm not going to be doing anything Monka-esque with it, so you know. And it's public, so yikes, I probably shouldn't have said that. It's playing Binding of Isaac. Nice! I've heard good things about that game. I was tempted to pick it up on Switch. Chilling after a long work week. I've been well, thanks. I haven't streamed for a while, so kind of just getting back into it. Just working on some stuff, I guess. Craving pizza, so the usual. Are you going to TwitchCon this year? I wanted to go to TwitchCon Europe, but I don't think that's happening, unfortunately. I would have seen Scribbly. Well, maybe I will. Maybe I'll just go on a spontaneous. I think tickets are still up, so. Oh, nice. You already got your hotel. See, I think it might be too late for me to go now because it's like less than a month and I haven't looked at anywhere to stay, so. Although, I think it is, I mean, just being a smaller event might be more open. Maybe there are just more places to stay, so we'll have to see. How is D&D coming along? I assume your campaign is still going. We'll do that. All the hotels around the area are booked, so get one soon if you're going to go. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. It won't be a big deal if it's already booked. I do need to get a new laptop, so I kind of have to prioritize saving for that. So we'll see. Started my first session as a DM last night. Oh nice, congrats. That's some crazy what am I gonna say? Responsibility. Like DMs have a lot of weight on their shoulders. So I can only imagine how tough it is, but also rewarding. I actually did make a D&D command. I think I don't have it added. I haven't really played D&D before though. I mean, I've seen streams of it and stuff. And my what is it? D&D. My pastes. I don't know if these are typical scenarios for. I mean, this was very Australian based, so there was giant Australian spider storms because obviously that's what we want. It's a lot of fun making up scenarios though, so I can only imagine how fun it is to play. This was one of the commands that I made in NGStream, but I repurposed it for something else that I was making. I don't know if I would be able to just copy paste this actually. Maybe I can. Do I already have it? I don't. Oh, I do. Well, that worked. So that's that. And you have 2 other games going. Dang, you have a lot of sessions going on. How do you keep track of, like... I guess it's probably easier if you're playing, because it's kind of like with brothers, or identical siblings, you kind of notice stuff that's different about them. So I guess once you're actually playing, you don't get confused about what's going on. But it does sound like it's slightly confusing. Or if maybe you're trying to remember stuff, but you remember stuff from a different session. That would just be confusing for me. I think I would only be able to handle one at a time. Oh yeah, sure. It's public. I can DM you the link. Or you can like set up your own scenarios and stuff as well. That was the goal of it anyway. It's all public. So, I have oh, I can send you the link actually. Docs API and then Dungeons & Dragons link. Oh wait, I just copy pasted the wrong thing. Give me a second. How do I want to do this? I'll just link to this, I guess. You need to make that more generic instead of hard-coded. How do you mean? I mean, there are 2, so for critical fails there are 5 different scenarios. I guess, yeah, that's kind of what you're trying to say, I suppose. You can add as many different scenarios as you want though. One of the things that I was planning to do was add a variable inside which would grab from another variable, from another paste, sorry. That would have been insane though, and I think hitting that many APIs, potentially people could request pastes inside pastes inside pastes, and that would just get bonk-assed, so I didn't do that in the end. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, one person who's using my API at the moment, he is doing very much that. So he's segmented his commands into sentences, and then each sentence he pulls from a different paste. So when I'm looking at the logs, I see that he hits it like 3 times per command, which, you know, is fine. I think. I haven't really been monitoring like the website load or anything, but I think it's very minimal because, you know, it's just text. So not like they're doing videos or pictures or anything, so but having paste variables inside a paste would be pretty insane. Speaking of logs, I'm pretty pleased that the first user of the replay stuff was Alexia Ray, who I've never heard of, by the way, but it looks like one of the Stream Elements mods added it to her channel. But I feel bad because she is using the older version, well, at least she's using the version where it's linked to her account and not like her bot account. So all of the clips are being generated under her account, which sucks. I don't know if she minds though. But I'm pretty stoked about that. You know, I could badly troll that stream, but obviously I'm not going to because I am a decent human being. What are you going to do with your coding knowledge? Are you wanting to create your own stuff or work for a firm? I guess the more sensible choice would be to eventually work for a firm. So that will definitely, well, I wouldn't say definitely, that will hopefully be happening in the future. I do like creating my own stuff though. I was thinking of doing that for my placement, like actually turning it into a small business, but I ended up choosing not to because that would have been some Monka-esque logistics. So I'll play it safe for now and then we'll see where that takes me. I really just need to get my foot in the door, I think, and then see what happens from there. Like, I'm grateful that I was accepted onto computer science in the first place. So, yeah. He's gonna give away free widgets forever probably, because he doesn't take my advice. Well, I mean, that's probably going to happen in any timeline. And it's, I wouldn't say it's gonna be completely free, because obviously I'm gonna get a Stream Elements hoodie, hopefully at least. Hopefully that's still coming. I'm gonna message Kaiser tomorrow about that. It's gonna have my name on it, it's gonna be Poggers. Have you ever thought about going into cloud-based software and working as a consultant? I haven't actually. Is that what you do? I remember you do something very tech IT based. I don't think I'm at a consultant level at all though, so that's probably not happening, at least yet. But cloud-based stuff is super cool, so maybe be pursuing more cloud stuff in the future. Once you get that hoodie, you can retire. It is gonna be cool. It's gonna... I think it looks like the Dream Team hoodie as well, which is basically their partner program for Stream Elements. So I could just pretend that I'm a partner. No, I'm just kidding. But if I did go to TwitchCon, just walking around with a Stream Elements hoodie, you know, that would be so dope. Yeah, that guy is a Dream Team. What do you do? I stream coding, and I'm a freaking partner, obviously, because I'm like the ninja of science and technology. I'm just kidding. I was actually thinking about holding the replay widget hostage until I received the hoodie. I was gonna like demo it and then be like, I'm gonna hand this widget over after I get the hoodie, but I made the mistake of submitting it a bit too soon, so it ended up going to them anyway. So probably in the next widget, I'm not going to submit until I get the hoodie. I mean, it's 2 like widgets, you know, and I've made more than that, but the other ones I'm thinking of redoing, so they're not going to publish those. It is, and now I'm in a position where I'm now the practice lead for NA. Definitely be giving college grads a good shot at making some good money. That is pretty cool. But you've had a lot more experience in your respective fields than I have in the field in general, so you know what you're talking about. And I really just need to start somewhere and work my way up from there, I think. It's cool to see that there are a lot of avenues though, different places to go. I now want a dev hoodie from Stream Elements. You need to get in on this. Can you imagine, like, you're a partner, and then you would be a code. So you could, well, actually, you could join this dream team, but if you streamed more, obviously. Or you could just be a code guru, like I am. Poggers. Get a dev hoodie. Start working on some widgets. That's the role in their Discord. It's custom code guru, and you get a nice orange username which no one else has. Where's the thing? Oh, here it is. So this is the submission form for custom widget code. It has nothing to do with me. I'm the guy who hires people for my practice. Oh, right. We hire kids fresh out of college with a degree and help them with their careers. Oh, I see. That's that sounds cool. But you're an NA, so you know. Not that you were like offering me an opportunity or anything, but I understand where you're coming from, as in like the field. So that's cool. There are definitely some like grad opportunities that I've looked at, or at least like job fairs and things, where there are similar companies that have more of a focus on grads. So definitely something to look into. I remember you got a job opportunity in London that would have required you to move here. And you obviously didn't take that up, which I completely agree with, because that's an insane amount of distance to move for a job. I think you mentioned that you'd get a higher pay, but the cost of living would also go up because London is monka-esque expensive. It's nice for visiting. I don't know if I'd want to live there. We have an EU practice? Oh, interesting. How are you gonna set it like that? Come on, Tario. One of my friends actually, he was very set on moving to Canada, and we had a whole plan about how we were gonna move to Canada together. He's not, I don't think he's gonna do it anymore. I think he's slowly settling down. But I don't know, Canada looks pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. Look at this. I find it pretty hilarious how it's done through a Google form. They do have a webhook bot in their Discord though, so whenever somebody uses this Google Docs, it posts the submission in the Discord, which is pretty cool, in like the private channel, so we can see who submitted what. There's only like 3/4, including me, people who have submitted widgets. Although someone new submitted a widget yesterday, so we have a new contender, which is pretty awesome because, you know, somebody's gone out of their way to create something to share. Canada is nice but cold. Oh, that's true. I mean, it can't be that much colder than the UK, although that's probably an underestimation. Just letting you know, if you're interested in a job or looking to get into consulting, let me know, I can match you up. Oh, for sure. And I appreciate that. Thank you. I'll definitely have to let you know. unsure of where I'm headed. I just know I'm heading somewhere, hopefully. So yeah, well, to see. Okay, so we have a get channel thing. I can do something like channel equals get channel on await, because we want it to wait for this API call to happen. And then the username, which is going to be 1. And then we should console log, or oh no, we need to try this because it might fail if the username is bad. So we should do try to do this, and if it doesn't work, then post an error with failed. And if it does work, then console log the JSON response. So shout out Andrew Oscar Delta returns a nice JSON response, but shouting out Andrew Oscar Delta 1 will result in failed. It's also pretty interesting. I think in later versions of Firefox, it doesn't actually show the failed actually. No, it doesn't actually. It just fails. You have to check the network tab. Failed requests. So it's pretty important to catch, because it looks like something may have worked, but it hasn't. I know Chrome puts the error straight into console, sorry, which is pretty useful. So that's one thing that I do miss. There might be a setting for that though. It might just be blind. I forgot to look at the response structure. So we have I remember when this status was completely different, and it was the same thing for like 4 years, Kappa. Now he changed it, all because of one stream. And he had a terrible time of it, so he never went back to streaming again. It's almost at 200k views though. It's pretty neat. Logo. And then the game. So the game is Science and Technology. We now need to look up the game. So get game. We can use the new Twitch API, I think. Get game Helix. Oh, wrong Google. That's not bad. Maybe enough for a hoodie. Oh, the Dream Team hoodie. You definitely meet the. Yes. Oh. Actually, no. I don't think. I think they do it on a channel by channel basis, though. I think the Dream Team things is I don't know. Actually, 20k or something. But I've seen people with way less than that get on the Dream Team, so you know. I'm just trolling. Yeah, you earn your hoodie by writing some code. Code for clothes. That needs to be a thing. Code for clothes. And the hoodie is apparently only the first piece of swag that you get. There's more, but I don't know what the other things are, and I don't know if anyone's actually ever gotten them, or if it's just the hoodie. I'll be grateful with just a hoodie, you know, but if there's more, I'll take it. I'll take free swag, as long as I'm making widgets. I'm surprised more people aren't jumping in on it, you know? Like, it's free stuff. Although, I guess you do have to push for it because they are a slightly small team. I'm thinking of going to the Twitch dev thing. Twitch developer tour. It's coming to... There'll be a stop in London, which is in June, so I'd definitely be able to make that. I don't know if I will end up going though. I do know that to register, you have to put in your... Oh no, the RFCP is closed. Okay, never mind, I'm not going. Oh well. But to be fair, all those people know what they're talking about, and I would just be standing around awkwardly, so I'm not gonna go. Probably. I'll just watch the VODs. The world's most unsuccessful program, Code for Clothes, takes homeless people and forces them to write code for clothes. So far, none of them have known how to write code, but the results are encouraging. Well, there you go. That's how you get people into STEM. And off the street. Disto. I bet Disto's going. Disto's in Germany, is that right? So there's definitely Berlin that you could go to. Oh, 2018, was it? Oh, maybe I was just looking at the wrong page though. Twitch Dev Tour 2019. There we go. Wait, there's a page for it. Ah, okay, April. Oh, and look, I find it pretty interesting how they're going to Tel Aviv, because Stream Elements headquarters is in Tel Aviv, so I'm wondering if that's not a coincidence. Oh yeah, it is. Stream Elements. Yeah. Okay, so it's not a coincidence. It's pretty cool to see Stream Elements have made such a big impact within the few short years that they've been around, you know? They've already grown to compete Streamlabs in a pretty big way, and they're pretty new to the scene still, so... I'd move to Germany for sure. Why is it so fucking expensive? I don't know. It's probably because we make a lot more money, so everything's just more expensive in general. Kappa. London. See, I don't think I'm gonna go because I would be surrounded by people who do know what they're talking about. I identify as a developer, a pseudo developer, and GitHub. And I don't have anything interesting on my GitHub. Like, maybe I should make a Twitch extension just so I can go. No, that would just be desperate. But I do want to get into making extensions, so I'm probably gonna look up to that. Look into that. Oh no, why? Yeah, but these are like, oh god, that's insane. See, I bet if you continued your YouTube career, you would be living in something like this. And then obviously the crash comes a few years later, but you would be enjoying the high life like this for, I don't know, at least a few years. Can you imagine? Alternate universe. A few good damn years. Hey, this is all still possible. We just need to believe, okay? Real estate is free real estate. How much progress are you making with your assignment? Just curious. I might take a short break here, just to eat this packet of crisps and also give you a chance to get stuck into your work. Mackinnon, it's good to see you again. Hello. It's been a while. Hope you've been well. That would be like minimum 700k here. God, this makes me feel poor. Okay, I'm gonna eat this packet of crisps. When I get back, I'm going to do a quick, or add the get game thing. Hopefully we'll get this working, and then we'll probably call it there so that Andrew can get some work done, because he has his assignments, and also I need to get some sleep, even though I'm not feeling too tired. Chips. No, we're not having this conversation again. They're crisps. Crisps. I blame Californian transplant for Texas rising costs. When I think of Texas, all I just think about is cowboys, and I think I'm okay with that. But yeah, I will be right back. Go get some water, get some food, work on your assignments, and I will see you shortly. They're still crisps. They're crisps! I need to bring the crisps back to the starting... Wait, do I still have the picture? At least I know what crisps are now. I don't understand it, like... Why do... people... Where is... I don't have... oh, here it is. Oh, that's a picture of... What is that? You know what? We'll just take that. And the fact that tea is not necessarily tea. You be quiet. Where is... Ah. Okay, you know what? We'll just put that there. These do look very Pringly, and they are crisps. And we're gonna put a thing on that so that everyone knows. Alright, I'll be right back. Right. Let us wrap this up, if possible. Well, we're not gonna finish it, but we can make some progress. Hopefully everybody learned during that short segment that those are in fact called crisps and not chips. I can hope. Kappa. So we want to get the game that the person has been playing. And you can pass it as a string query. Now how does that work for science and technology though? Oh, I would have to... Okay, I can encode URI component. So that's okay. I'm just... There's a whole bunch of stuff about me not being able to do that because for bots... Oh, it's a long story, I won't go into it. But essentially I can do this right this time. Name, yeah. And then game. Because a game like Science and Technology has the ampersand in it, which would break the URL. And I had a lot of trouble dealing with that with chatbots because Streamlabs chatbot doesn't have a variable that allows you to escape or make URL safe strings, which was pretty breaking. Nightbot has a variable for it, as does StreamElements, so that was useful. But Streamlabs chatbot doesn't, so I don't know. I think I need to define another thing. Okay, so that's that. Now, what can I do here? Const game equals await get game channel dot game. So this should get the last game they were playing. Then pass in game. This is actually pretty good that Andrew was playing Science and Technology, because now we can test that out. Something failed. Okay, what failed? I think it was this. Let me put this in another try-catch block. Failed game. Failed user. Game failed. Oh, because I think the client ID has to be sent in the header and not in the URL. if I'm not mistaken, for Helix. Let's try again. Rhyolite, hello. Thank you for the follow. How are you doing? I'm guessing you're a programmer of sorts as well. There we go. We have the game. What were you last playing? You were last playing Science and Technology. What a surprise. Oh, and there's only one URL. Oh, because you get your own width and height. No, that's interesting. That is very interesting. So the old get game endpoint used to return specific sizes, and then I would just select one of the sizes. This actually just gives you a template URL, which you can then use to define your own width and height. So I could return a specific 500 by 500 game art if I wanted, but that would make it look squashed. Oh wait. Home. Yeah, so game art is supposed to be where is it? Like this. It's supposed to be rectangular. I'm not sure what the exact ratio is, but it's this ratio, because I pulled that straight from Twitch over here. So we'll work out where the ratio is there, and then we'll just go with something set. Cool that you're hitting Twitch API. I want to do the same. What are you building, if you don't mind me asking? It's pretty easy to interface with once you get the hang of making requests in whatever language you're programming in, I guess. What is it with Kraken and Helix in the URLs? Are those versions? Yes. So Kraken is the version 5, I believe, or something like that, which is the older one, and the one that they are migrating to is Helix, which is currently in progress. Helix offers essentially the ability to pass in multiple batch requests, so you can basically forget user, you can look up 100 users at the same time in one request, whereas with the old API you used to have to only do, or you could only do one user at a time. So that alleviates some of the polling on their side. And then there's also other things that are new, like the webhooks, which aren't too helpful at the moment, at least for what I'm working on. But it's pretty cool. I don't know yet. I want to figure out how much live streaming data I can get. Is there a Firehouse like Twitter? Firehouse like Twitter. What do you mean by Firehouse? I'm not too familiar with the phrase. Like a API library? Or like a reference? I'm using... Oh, Firehose. Like a, Oh, right, like live streaming new data as it comes in, so streaming data. I guess the closest thing they have is webhooks. Well, yeah, that is kind of a streaming data thing. I don't know actually what things they have. They have these topics at the moment, apparently. But this is all authenticated, I think. I'm not sure if there's any public live streaming data about Twitch stuff. Or at least there might be, but it's probably undocumented. I know some of the game analytic things is pretty interesting. There's a lot of cool extensions things, but I haven't really looked into any of that, so I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's too many topics that this support at the moment. Or maybe this just isn't updated. Like, I know a lot of this stuff is... There is newer stuff, but it's not added, I don't think, so they need to work on that. Game analytics looks pretty cool. You probably need to be authenticated. They had some kind of deep learning thing for games or something, but I also haven't looked into that. They do have a Trello board. See, so this subscriptions webhook has been in progress for ages. Hopefully there's a lot more things coming soon. Community code directory. Find community submitted, hosted. Community code hosted on GitHub compatible with Twitch developer. Oh, that's neat. Ah! Oh wait, I thought that was like a general developer sandbox. Does not really need to be live, but I want to see how granular temporal data I can get. I can process batches, but the more data per minute the better. I think what people on Twitch tend to do is they create a bot, and then they have those bots connect to multiple or like channels, and then they get data from those streams like that. I don't think there's a specific endpoint in which you can get data. You would have to harvest it using a bot. You don't necessarily have to have a bot like an identity. You can connect to the PubSub or the channel yeah, without an identity. That would mostly be chat though, I guess. I'm not sure if there's any specific way to get stream information. I think chat is kind of like the equivalent of tweeting, the Twitter data, right? So you have, obviously tweets are what people send in, from users, and our chat is kind of like the equivalent of that. The accounts, otherwise, well, I suppose you could look up the accounts, but that would be just, that wouldn't be temporal or anything. I know that Commander Root does a lot of interesting Twitch stuff, so worth giving that a look as well. I'll read the docs, thanks for your insight. No worries. I'm pretty new to the API myself, or just deving in general, so it's been a pretty fun learning process. I'm enjoying it. I need to work out the ratio of this image so that I can make my own image. So the height is 173, so the width divided by the height. Okay, we'll just take that. I'm gonna round it probably to 0.75. And then we'll do... So what did we get back? Box art URL. I'm gonna put this in the same thing. I don't need to make a separate try catch for it, because I want both of the requests to succeed. So if one fails, then I want them both to fail, basically. and then I can do console log game dot data 0. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, I don't need to actually put that in a thing. Ignore me. Okay, so data 0 box.url. And then can I just replace that? Replace width with what did we want? We'll say a width of 300 times oh wait, have I got that the wrong way around? Oh, I think I have, yeah. So this would be the .255. This is probably going to turn out wrong, but we'll see. Also, I just realized I have a commit that I haven't pulled, which is weird because I thought I was up to date. Okay, go. Do that. Oh. No, what did I do? Wait, Nightbot's not modded. Why did I type game? That's not a real game. Shouldn't Nightbot check if Andrew Oscar Delta is not a real game? I don't think that's been changed though, has it? I need to check my... No, I'll just change it back to Science and Technology just in case. Okay. Shout out. Is this song louder? It is slightly loud. Hey, we got a game. What? Is that because I've got a dot in the thing? Probably is, isn't it? It is, okay. We don't have to do that. Just do that. Okay, so we have the game art. Now I just need to pass this in to the thing. So let's get a... how should we do this? I think I'll make a do shout out function. Maybe I'll make it async and I'll only return after it's completely finished. That seems like a good idea. And then in do shoutout we'll have user image, game image, user text, game text. And then that will be all of this, essentially. I'm literally just gonna copy paste that there. Just to make sure that if something does go wrong, I have something to fall back on. Let me quickly undo this, and then I need to get rid of this. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so these are set, so I don't actually need these. And then your text will be username, and this will just be game. So username, game, I'm gonna, you have returned. How goes your assignment? I accidentally changed the game to Andrew Oscar Delta, and Nightbot tried to change the game to your name because I accidentally did game instead of shout out. I panicked for a second, but then I realized it's not modded, so hopefully we should be good. I changed it back just in case. We made some progress over here as well, I think. So we can do shout out. So we need the user image, which is, oh no, I deleted it. F. Okay, we'll have to write it again. So do shout out, which will be game.data 0 dot box art URL. So something interesting to note is get game, well, this function right here is using Helix, and headers. So the client ID is sent in the header, whereas in Kraken the client ID you can send in the URL. So that's pretty cool. And also the Helix API returns JSON with the structure of data, and then data is an array. So in this case I only ever return one result, which is why I'm always accessing the first element, whereas Kraken returns just one object, so I can access objects directly, like channel.game, which I'm doing here. That's an interesting difference. Typically, if this was a Helix API, this would be something like channel.data 0, but it's not, so we'll just leave it. So this needs to be box art URL, replace width with 225, and then replace, wait a minute, I can just do replace width time height like this. You got more Poggers news? Let's hear it. I got a 78 on a midterm. That was hard as shit. Class average was 54. Nice job. It's a good feeling when you get above the class average. You are... You're the pro. Did they tell you what the max was? I guess I wouldn't want to know. I always find that pretty interesting. They give you class results like that. I've only ever had like statistics for one assignment, I think, and then the rest just didn't have them, so I couldn't tell. It was difficult to gauge if I was just doing well or if the assignment was just easy or something, I don't know. There's always that one dude with a 98, that's true. You're not wrong. Channel dot. I don't need this anymore. Display name. And the name of the game, which was channel.game. So I think that's right. Username, game. Okay, so that's in the right order. So this should possibly work. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Oh wait, it's only a valid in async function. What do you mean? Oh, because I'm awaiting here. So this needs to be async. Okay, we're good. Shout out Andrew Oscar Delta. Hey, it worked. Poggers. Let's try Rhyolite. He was in here a bit earlier. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have an exit animation. Oh, this is awkward. Hey, at least it works, okay? We have the first... Oh, damn it. I should have finished the exit animation as well. I knew there was something missing. I couldn't tell what. It was a feeling inside of me. Oh well. Shout out Ninja, because we have to do that every time we, you know, make a shout out widget. I like the contrast between those colors though. I like the Fortnite one. There's a good contrast on the Fortnite colors. The colors might be hit or miss, but you know, well, it's a risk we have to take for the coolness of having dynamic switching colors. Hit or miss, you say? I know what you're gonna say. I know it. Hit or miss. I just hovered above that link and I see 10-hour fixed loot. I'm not sure if I want to click it, but I'm going to because I'm gonna... Wait, why is it not playing? Is the intro just that long? It starts at like 15 seconds. Oh, that's weird. Is this a TikTok thing? I haven't actually... I'm curious about TikTok. There's like, I've been getting TikTok ads like all the time. It's put me off looking it up, but I know that it's, there have been some decent memes that have come out of it, so, you know. I knew you were gonna say that. I guess you never changed, huh? That's never gonna get old. You know what? We should just look at the picture, like, whilst we're here. Damn it, I got it wrong. I put I'm out instead of I am out. And obviously I couldn't show the emote. I should have attached it in the thing though. I don't know what emote that is. That's the squashed image. Albister is streaming at the moment. He didn't know what your face looked like, so I showed him the video of you smashing eggs on your forehead. Albastard. I can't believe he doesn't know what you look like yet, or at least he hadn't like looked you up. I'm pretty sure I looked you up like after the stream where you first met NG. How did the topic of my face come up? Let me think. What were we talking about? I actually don't remember. I think I just mentioned... Oh! Because, yeah, I said something about you and Albister working together on something. For the memes. Yeah, there was something about a meme, and then I mentioned you, and then... He, said something, and then somehow your face got involved. I don't know. I can't remember. It's the check mark. It's gravitating. See, I don't even notice the check mark anymore. Like, you're just regular old Andrew now. Regular old Andrew Monkugan. I'm glad to see the stream info thing is still working. I thought this was gonna break, but it hasn't so far, so we're good. Unless it just refreshed when I switched back to the scene and it broke earlier. We need to fix that exit animation. I don't know... Should I just get it to slide out? I don't know. I don't see checks, only personalities. Trans check versatile. There you go. I don't see checks. Check marks. I don't see your EP. Thank you for the follow, Jake. Let's see what you were playing. I'm guessing science and technology. Oops. I wrote shout. Oh no, you weren't playing anything. Something failed. What failed? Did I type your name wrong? I didn't. Unable to find channel for logging. Oh, I did type your name wrong. Because I'm a dummy. Something else failed. You weren't playing anything. Games null. Okay, so if the game is null, then these will both fail. So having both of these in the same try-catch block basically means that both of these requests have to succeed, otherwise both of them will fail. Which is good, that's what we want, because if they haven't been playing a game, then there's no reason to shout them out, right? Or should we shout them out and say no game? But then what do we use as image? I think it should just fail. Programming. If game is null, request channel token and set game to something. Oh, you know what? I should do what you suggested and make an endpoint that requests every single channel permission. Or like account permission. And just have the person directed to the logon screen. Yeah, like if they're using my API for free, they should pay with their own personal data. That's how this works. You are the product. That's how this works now. Pay with their tears. So I was gonna say something, but I think I should leave it for another time. Not because it's more gross or anything, but it's a whole other discussion that I need to have. We'll see. Not we personally, by the way, I just mean as a community. Or I just need opinions. I'm gonna try and animate this thing out, and then I think next stream we will try and add a basic queue, like a queue system. Actually no, I don't think we need a queue system. I think I'll just shout out, and if a shout out is already in progress, then don't accept another shout out. Rather than queuing up multiple. I don't really see myself doing that, so it's probably not something that I need to do. Right. Delete this. What? Okay, that looks a bit cleaner. Now I have hit or miss stuck in my head. Must watch 10-hour version. Don't do it. You have so much to live for. I have a pull for some reason. What does it want? I hope it doesn't merge branches. I hate when that message comes up. I'm gonna pull. I think it's the Stream Elements stuff. I think I fixed something on my laptop. Okay. We're good now. Alright, we need to animate this out. How do we animate this out? I think I can just pull it back all in one go. Or I could do use that bounce animation, because you know how much I love that bounce animation. It's so smooth looking though. So this is game background? Yes.
So we'll start by making, I'll put some comments in here, out. So this one is these are together actually. Don't know why I have that separated. User image, profile picture, and username in. Profile picture, username, user background in. This is where the username goes out. So username, when I say username I also mean the shout out text thing at the top as well, because it's all in one container. I guess I could separate them, but I'm not going to, because that's extra work. Game background in, game art, game name, game background in, game art fades in. I should put this at, no, because there's a, oh, they all have the same delay, okay. I'll just say that then. And also, why is game text go out? Oh, because the game art moves. Alright. Game art, fade, and move. Okay, that makes sense. And now we need to animate everything going out. So that's this, art, and game text. So I can do background, that's gonna be user background, so plus equal 60, because that's how far we moved it, right? 640. And we'll do that after 8 seconds and 9 seconds. And then we need the art and the text. So game text, art. I'm thinking we'll use the bounce because, well, I'm not going to deny myself some bounce, obviously. And that'll be plus 640 as well. Let's see it. Oh god, that's a bit fast. Oh, because it's ease in and not ease out, right. Okay, you know, that doesn't seem half bad, but I am gonna need to offset them slightly so that they look a bit more natural looking. So we'll say the game goes first, followed by the art. And we'll also take a second off. I kind of like that actually. Let's reduce this to 1.5 because I have 1.5 up here for some reason, so maybe that's a fairly good amount to use. 2 looks slightly too long. I kind of like that. Maybe. Oh no! I accidentally used the real shoutout command. Fancy. Look at that skin color background. Right. I'll add an extra second on because I feel like maybe that's going out a bit too fast. Only a tad. Let me get rid of the background. Transparent true. No background. And add this to here, and then we'll see. Let me grab the real file actually. Copy path. Now what size did I have? I think it was 640 by 320. Okay. Oh god, that is way too small. I thought I am doing 640 by 320, or maybe it's just tiny. That's weird. Maybe I just had to scale it up. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know if the text may be a bit too small. I can tweak that later, I think. Or another time. I haven't dropped any frames to stream, which is also poggers. Who else? I need a name. Oh, and I need to test if doing multiple shout out. It does. Okay, so I need to add a flag. Okay. Let's do that real quick. Where should I put it? I think I'll just put it here. So this will just say if we're active or not. So if this goes through, then active equals true. If it fails, then active equals false. And maybe we should return a promise here. So return new. We'll make a massive promise. And then we'll return at the end. Am I allowed to do that? I'm pretty sure I've done this for the... Actually no, I don't need to make a promise. I can just specify here after this final thing happens. Is it on complete? active equals false. So that's basically what happens when it finishes. Let's try it out. That didn't work the way I wanted it to. Oh, because I haven't added... Right. If shout out and none exist and active is currently false. Now it's not working at all. Did I did refresh it, didn't I? Something is amiss. Oh, because I'm sending a hash in front. Right. I'm an idiot. Okay, it only let in one. Now the real test will be if I can send another shout out after it finishes. I can. Okay, cool. So it was incomplete. And it doesn't. Multiple shoutouts don't work until the current one is finished playing. Asahi, welcome back. Oh no, it didn't. Oh, it did work. It just took a second to get the name. I panicked. Ooh, pretty Splatoon colors. Pretty Splatoon colors. I want to see the yellow in Blob's name. I hope the Splatoon matches are going well. Ah, it's a pretty nice yellow. Dead by Daylight, of course. I mean, that wasn't really yellow, that was like a dirty gold or something, I don't know. I don't know. I think I might call it here then. I'm surprised we actually made any progress, actually. So that's good. And that's added. We'll tweak around, we'll play a bit more with that. Just adjusting animations and stuffs. And then I don't know, we'll see. I need to put that under the alerts. Okay. I'm glad that worked out. Put in comments, which is good. Let me go ahead and commit this. Added Twitch chat to shout out widget. I should have been committing as I was going, but it's fine. We didn't make that much progress. In the grand scheme of things, of course. Pushing takes forever. Okay. We're pushed. I'm gonna close it off here and send you probably over to Asahi. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thank you to anyone who's lurking. I think Andrew... Oh, Andrew's just over there still. Oh, you're there. I was looking in chat, but I forgot I added you as a VIP. So you were in the separate part of the list. But yeah. Good luck with your assignment. And I will catch you next time. Maybe tomorrow, actually. I don't know yet. I might have some video editing to do. Maybe Sunday evening. We'll see. Good luck though. I will catch you next time. Bye!